I think what we all remember is there was just a lot of uncertainty. I don't think anybody thought we were going to be walking away for the amount of time that we walked away. So I guess it was there was a feeling of uncertainty. The NBA, the Rudy Gobert in the NBA was definitely the big news item for everybody, and the NBA canceling things, I think, told us that we were going to take some kind of break. I think we all knew that, but we had no idea the length of it or what it meant, or that we'd all be going home and spending a lot of time with our families. I don't think we expected that. So that's what I remember. Then the other maybe a little strange thing that everybody else that was here remembers is there was an incredible storm that day. That was very. It was a little eerie. The storm that there was hail. There was hail outside the ballpark. I actually took a picture that I really liked of a rainbow and hail on the field. And the sky was black in the background in Phoenix, and it was so that storm. I remember walking out of the park with that storm just had finished, and it was a little bit of an eerie feeling because it didn't look like a Phoenix that I had ever seen before. Maybe some of you that are here can remember that, and that was the other thing that sticks with me from that day as walking out of the stadium is what's going on, because the storm and us leaving. That's a good question. I don't know. We could not have played with the weather that day. There's no way. It rained like at least an inch of hard rain. So I would say I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be able to answer that. I mean, obviously we weren't going to play, but so I'm not sure. I know we had a night game the night before, and that's when. During the night game, we were in the Dodge. That's when the news started to kind of filter out about the NBA stuff. Yeah, that's right, because we were watching these games, kind of like what's going on, not understanding why they were playing. You're right. Yeah, that's right. In fact, no, yeah, nobody went home. We stayed through the weekend. I think we had like an outdoor. The players assembled, like a small group of them assembled for an outdoor workout. Even when nobody would go inside. So we were still. It did. That's what I'm saying. It did not feel long term when we stopped on March 13th last year. We didn't anticipate it being long term. No, I don't. This is where we were all, and I think maybe there was some, obviously some doctors were telling us differently, but this is where we're just like anybody else. We had no idea. I mean, I don't think we had any idea. We never lived through this. We didn't study pandemics, so I don't think any of us knew what was going to happen. That was a time when there was probably shortly thereafter was the time of probably the biggest, most fear for people, though, I think, really. So I don't think the next morning we didn't know. I think a couple days later, I think that's when people started. That was kind of maybe one of the scarier weeks going on then. Yeah, that it did, because I just remember some decisions we made as a family that changed pretty quickly because of the speed of things.